Alrighty. Good afternoon, everyone. Is this all we're expecting from the applicant side? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
all right. And I assume that Alex Barnett and the other lowercase Alex, same person.
Yeah, my desktop doesn't have a webcam, so I'm using my phone for the camera and then the desktop to see things.
Got it, got it, got it. We all know that struggle. All right, let me do a brief introduction. We can get started. This is the July 2nd session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. My name is Ashton Tucker. I will be serving as your hearing examiner for the city of Cincinnati, and I'll be presiding over this hearing. The case before us today is case number ZH20250062. This is in regards to the property at 8241 Vine Street. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. This hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant will present the applicant's case first. If the public were here, the public would have an opportunity to speak. Then the planning department that produced the staff report will have an opportunity to provide testimony. If any testimony is in opposition to the application, the applicant will have the opportunity to respond to that. After the applicant has responded, everybody will have an opportunity to make a closing statement. I will let the applicant have the last word. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing and decisions can be expected within 3 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside of the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make any comments. In the event of any technical difficulties, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those. However, if they are beyond my capabilities, I may postpone or continue this hearing. All right. All persons providing testimony must be sworn in now, so if you could be off mute. All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
I do.
All right. Starting with Mr. Barnett, can you tell me a little bit about the project you have here?
Yes, absolutely. So first, thank you everybody for being here and their time on this. So we are doing a signage update, much like we have done with all of the Krogers in the area. It's really to just update their branding. They've added that Fresh Cart logo to their brands and to just modernize a lot of these stores, especially some of these urban stores and rural stores. This one being an urban store. Just really to bring that the best of what Kroger has to offer, make all their stores look like show that Kroger's proud of the communities they're in, making them look nice. Um, that being said, we do need 4 variances, a numeric variance, 2 numeric variances, and 2 dimensional variances. And I believe that due to this, the sheer size of this lot compared to others in this zoning district, I think that it is appropriate for approval because it's scalable to the size. But as the staff report says, and as I believe Matt will attest to, it is pretty. It is. It is not. I apologize. It is not something that will create a hardship on any others in the area. And it will just help facilitate better operation of the business.
Okay. Thank you. We'll move over to Mr. Lascheid. Anything you want me to know from the planning department side?
Do you mind if I share my screen?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I feel like it's helpful. The zoning code lets you have wall signs on building elevations that face a street. Typically that makes sense, it works. Does not allow you to advertise on the back or the side of a building that doesn't face the right of way. Now, this building is kind of an unusual orientation where the front door faces sideways, and then the parking lot is over here. And then there's a street to the south and a street to the east. So the applicant would be permitted to install a sign on the east elevation and also on the south elevation because it faces a street, but not the north elevation where the building's front door is. There are no signs on the south elevation, and if they were to install signs on the south elevation, although they would be permitted, it could be negative impacts for the neighbors because there are single-family homes right across the street that may not want to look into a large, bright, illuminated sign. So having the sign on the north elevation is a win-win. It does not impact neighbors in a negative way, and it faces the parking lot, provides wayfinding and advertising for the business. Just makes good sense here. The same zoning relief is required for the canopy. There are signs that are proposed on the back of the fuel canopy that don't face the right of way, but all of the proposed signage square footage is within the allowable sign area. The applicant is just requesting to use the permitted sign area in a way that serves the business and this unusually oriented property a little better. So for those reasons, staff recommends approval.
All right. Okay, we'll move on into any closing remarks. Anything in closing remarks, Mr. Lashai, before I turn it back over to Mr. Barnett?
Nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything in closing, Mr. Barnett?
Just again, thank you everybody for your time and consideration on this.
Yep. All right. So I'll close this hearing here. I do intend to approve this application, but I do have to write it up in a formal decision. That being said, you can expect that within the next 3 weeks. I'm a little behind. So, yeah, thank you everybody for your testimony and your attention today. Close this hearing.